Hello, everyone, and welcome again. To see me twice in a week is not common lately, but today we have a very special guest on stream and my teacher of Elves these last years. Hello, Newton.
Hi, Nico. Thanks for having me on. We had talked a lot about being able to do a stream together during the holiday break. So I'm glad. I guess under these circumstances, we are able to.
Yeah, of course. We both are off work duty, so this is very nice. We can finally find a schedule that suits us both, so we can stream. Okay. So let's talk about elves. Let's talk about deck building and legacy as a whole. Oh, nice. Timely resubscription from Newton. He's always supported me in the shadows, even during months when I don't stream. He's always there supporting me. So thank you, Newton. Yeah. So we both played the Super PTQ today, and it didn't go too good. I think we both had a little bit of RNG, bad luck. But I think that we've been advancing on the deck quite a bit, right? Lately with your latest exploration of the saga in the shell. So can you talk about a little bit on that? I have here the latest version.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure how much you mentioned it on your previous stream 2 days ago, Inigo, but the saga is some package which is just the saga and then the sideboard pithing needle and one additional graveyard hate in Soul Guide Lantern was something that, or at least the saga and the needle I liked a lot even before, right? When Glimpse of Nature was in our build.
Yeah.
But we never really had a good second target, and the drawing the land itself was kind of awkward before because like everything costs green, like Glimpse of Nature, Heritage Druid, Birchlord Rangers, etc. I think the reason why it's a little bit more playable now and better now is because Fiend Artisan, the activation cost is colorless mana. The other reason why I like it a lot now is also we have a lot of just payoffs in terms of like Fiend Artisan, Green Sun, and Natural Order, and with Saga that turns Reclaimer into a payoff as well, and we just have to worry about developing our mana, and the payoffs will essentially come, so to speak. Also, the Endurance and the Gris can be used to can use the colorless mana as well. So I think it is better now because of the shell change in the deck.
Yeah. Also, the creature fodder. Personally, I found the creature fodder Saga creates. It's been nice both for artisan activations and for taking down Grist.
Yeah, they're both like just in general, creatures for our deck is like relevant, whether that be for Once Upon a Time, Cradle or Natural Order math. There's just a lot of things where essentially we're rewarded for playing creatures, and Saga is a way for us to generate 2 extra bodies, right?
Yeah. So I have here on screen what is close to your latest proposed build, but it's not. So okay, so the list I played today was actually this with Plague main deck and the Lantern in the side. But let's go ahead and map the list you proposed with the latest changes. So I think you want to go down to a single Boseiju or even 0, right?
I think the 1 is nice just because you never know what random thing your opponent is going to play. And I think with 12 virtual Bayous, I think I feel safe because you ideally want to cast Snuff Out turn 1, right? If possible.
Absolutely. I think this is like one key point of Legacy, and right now this is being able to play your removals as soon as possible, and for us that is turn 1. So on this topic also, I saw today the streamer Young Dingo. I don't know if you know him, but he was playing a very interesting deck. It was 4-color control without white, and all the removal was black, and that also enabled him to play Strix for the initiative matchup. So pretty interesting. Okay, so is this list okay with you? So we have. I will go quickly through it. It's 9 fetches, 1 saga, 1 boseiju. I moved the Plague Engineer to the sideboard. Soulguide Lantern on the main deck and Pithy Needle on the sideboard. 2 ley
So
lines.
I
Choose Dismembers.
so I personally only think we need 4 dorks because
4
they
dorks.
tend to be bad in multiples and not a great top deck. And so that's like one difference between the list I played versus the one that's on the screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I think yeah. So I played like some people think it might be too much, but 23 lands and 10 fetches, right? So I have
Some people, Inigo.
I won't throw you under the bus, Inigo. I'll just say some people, right? But so the other thing is between Engineer and Soul Guy Lantern, I think Lantern is actually the better card to normally have game one, right? Like Plague Engineer, I've not really liked it, to be honest. And I know you've been liking it because it's like good against Cephalid Breakfast and in the mirror. But again, in the mirror, I think we should be okay already with 4 snuff outs
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of
With 3 main deck Force of Wills, right?
yeah, pretty much. Or Time Walk, not even Force Will, Time Walk, right?
Yeah. Um. Okay, so you say go -1 dork +1 land, right?
Yeah, I think I like the 10th fetch a
Okay.
lot. Like the mana base, I felt really.
Out of respect, I will do it today, but just today.
Thank you, Inigo. I was begging Inigo to play more lands because I think one of the strengths of this build is it's okay to flood, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess in other words it's the same, but in other words it's like we don't want to lose to ourselves
Right.
if it can be avoided, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so here we reach to one interesting point of the discussion regarding elves, and for me is the development of the deck and the mana base. Okay, so you guys tell me on stream, or maybe if I have to make it bigger, I can do it. So just let me know. Um, Here on the Elf Discord, we keep a log of the latest versions. Okay. Okay, is that fine, guys?
Yeah, I can see it clearly.
All right.
I'm not sure
So
about the others.
this document is not paywalled or nothing. This is just an Excel we keep to monitor the changes of the deck. So since the Newton really Newton, not Newton, not Newton, but the Discord. Since the Discord really started going, we are tracking the deck's mapping, right? And when Newton feels like he's found like a solid version or a version he's comfortable with. Correct me if I'm misspeaking, Newton. For the current meta, he publishes it, and I just go on this spreadsheet and I write it down, right? So on the mana-based discussion, we can see here that the first artisan build was was made public in September 7th here. So it's this column, right? And here we see we were playing 21 lands. So 21 lands with 0 utility lands, that is. Then we went up 1 more land on the Caracas or Wasteland era, which is the next 2 iterations of the deck, which contain 22. And then we added yet another land, 23. This time being a fetch instead of a utility. So you could argue that the 22 land versions are really 21, and 23 is really 22, right? Because it's utility. So what can you comment on this? This adding 2 lands on a deck is no small thing. So from September to December, we have added 2 lands.
I think my only comment was the 21 land build was from Glimpse. So we kept the same mana base, but then Josh actually pointed out it felt like we wanted another land because with Artisan, it's okay to flood, right? So we immediately went from 21 to 22 lands. The reason why I went to 23 lands is because From the other iteration in November, I think, we started playing Spirit Guides as a 2-up because we just had the space.
Yes, this is true. Let me
And
just find it. So let me speak it. Okay, so actually, look, this is interesting. So the first is, artisan build had no spirit guide. So on September's version, it still didn't have any spirit guide. We just then added the spirit guide, but we also did both things, right? We added the spirit guide and we added an utility land, both at the same time. So that is like, something.
I also wouldn't put too much stock into the 21 land build because, like I said, that mana base was derived from the Glimpse build, which has more burst mana in Birchlore and Heritage if
Yes.
undisrupted. So I wouldn't put too much weight into that because keep in mind that list was not as refined yet at the time.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
We
I
were
totally
just
get it's in between list, right? It's an hybrid version between the finished product from the Glimpse era to the beginning of the Artisan era. Somehow,
right.
yeah. So you think 23 is the way to go?
I think it depends. I think if you want to play the Saga mini package, it's probably 23 because again, it's okay to flood every once in a while because Reclaimer can turn the flood into creatures, right? With Saga.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you don't want to play Saga because for some reason Blood Moon's like really popular or something like that, right? I think 22 is probably okay.
So
But
you mean
me personally,
22? Okay, so 22 without utilities, right? Let's say.
right. So I don't like at most I think I would play like maybe one off color land excluding Bog, but really I think 22 lands I probably wouldn't play any like Caracas or Wasteland, right? Because I really value the mana base and I think under most circumstances we're only gonna lose. We try not to lose to ourselves because I don't think like in a longer game, outside of maybe lands or something like that, can grind out our deck because of how consistent it is. Right, like all the creatures kind of do the same thing. Like no matter what, we kind of end up the same point. Like these board states are essentially become lethal over time with natural order.
Yeah, yeah. So on that point, as you guys know, Nettle has have quite a bit of a resurgence lately. Mostly because of the strong finishes during the NA EW and online EW. So, but that is, I think we have talked about this, you and me both, on respectively on our streams. But this is both. This is due to our reduced number in the hate that they are packing right now. Be it rough and tumble and the festivities.
Right, I think that's part of it.
Yeah, and because when things go good, it's a deck that, how to say, they can produce wins of in turn 3 maybe more consistent than us if undisrupted, probably. But for my experience playing it, and I've said this to Newton privately during these weeks. I think that the Reclaimer Artisan version gives you the option of how you want to navigate the games, and you have a ton of options on how you want to play your games. While the Nettle feels like, especially game one, feels super one dimensional. Like you don't have barely any silver bullets, even though you are a Green Sun Zenith package, so you are inherently able to include silver bullets effectively. And if your hand doesn't have glimpse or glimpse somehow doesn't resolve, you are on a hard spot, right?
Yeah. Also, the other thing was initial builds of Initiative or Dungeon Stompy, depending what you want to call it. Play Thalia and did not play Archon of Emeria.
Hmm.
So I think that adaptation because their win rate was not great against the traditional combo build during Eternal Weekend, specifically online. I think for the North American Eternal Weekend, no elf player top aided, but on for the online one there was 3, and I think the change to Archon, because it's almost like the White Blood Moon, right? If you get to turn 1, a lot of these decks cannot beat it.
Yeah, yeah, but in my okay, so I will I will say something in defense of the Nettle builds.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that the solution is the same for, both for Nettle than it is for Reclaimant, which is just having a snuff out. It's just that. The only, of course, we have access to 3 main deck, so we are inherently more insulated against that kind of plays, game 1 especially.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree with you that any game that involves a turn 1 Archon is super hard to beat.
Yeah, actually, I think that's the downside of it, right? Like, because your combo package is so takes up too many slots, you don't have as much room for adaptation. So maybe, you can play the snuff out the sideboard, right? And I'm sure it will help, but that means you're gonna have less cards for other decks now potentially. But
Yeah, yeah. Also, as you said, this how my opponent said last week, this inbred metagame where Elves is playing removal main deck, right? This metagame has forced us to evolve, and yeah, including removal in the main, I think it's has made the deck a whole more consistent.
less
No holes, right? I think that's how you named it on your deck.
it I feel like it's just less exploitable because before people just assume, oh, it's elves, no forcible, no removal, I can just do whatever I want. Like, but now one of those holes has been removed. The other one, obviously, it's gonna take a lot, I think, for us to beat combo game 1. I think, while not impossible, I think it would have to maybe include maybe main deck Thoughtseize, something like that. But I'm not sure that is worth the trouble at the moment. But essentially, one of the 2 holes that people can exploit us has been closed, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And also, so I didn't talk about this with you, but what I like about the Solgai Lantern in the deck, I haven't never played it yet, so this will be my first league
Mm-hmm.
with it. But what I like is now you have like is like one more virtual reclaimer in your list that is
Mm-hmm.
actually doing something game 1, especially like so the turn it enters the battlefield. For example, if your let's say your reanimator opponent has turn 1 looted away a Griselbrand. Okay, you can. So it's a legitimate play to play turn 1 Soul Guide Lantern, tag the Griselbrand, go, and you gotta find another payoff, right?
Right, or even if they lead with, like, turn 1 Bloodstained Mire pass, that tells me probably Reanimator, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So that is like a reasonable turn 1 play too, and you just like, yeah, you play your turn 1 script essentially and just like hold up activation and probably stabilize if they're on that. Obviously, they could be on, the Epic Storm, but I think a good chance they are on Reanimator if you see turn 1 Bloodstained Mire.
yeah, yeah. I think it's pretty well positioned right now because of the number of games it can win game 1. Also, White Initiative being a deck that it encourages mulliganing, right? Because the deck's initiative as a mechanic is so strong, you really don't need to. Maybe you need your initial initiative card creature and then a follow up, but that's it. If you have one and a follow up in case the first one gets answered. That's about it. You are probably okay against a fair amount of the decks. Or a hate piece, being a Spellbinder, Peacekeeper, or Archon. So
Mhm.
probably that's something that works better on Magic Online than it does on paper, where you can search for your opponent, so you know which kind of hands you have to mulligan to.
Yeah, you could do something like that online more easily with Reanimate. Also, it's just a very proactive, good game 1 deck, right?
Exactly, and it's being it also has a decent game against Delver, which I think. So what makes a deck do good is have some strengths and then be good or proficient against Delver. You cannot be a good deck if you're not good against Delver. Well, I guess Doomsday can, but no one else. Okay. So we've reviewed the mana base, we reviewed the deck list. So are you okay with running a league with this list, and we can discuss after the league?
I want to talk real quickly about Plague Engineer. How do you like it
Sure.
at the
Okay.
moment?
League
Because that
Engineer.
is a card that I
Yeah,
don't really
it's
like, but go ahead.
okay. So Plague Engineer. Plague Engineer for me, it's been weird. Like if so, you remember the screenshot I sent you today on the what's the play section.
Mhm.
Um, I think if your Plague Engineer is not 2 for 1 in your opponent right ahead, straight away, or blocking a potential combo kill, like for example, preemptively naming Cephalid into a already known or already identified Cephalid opponent, probably it's not
Mhm.
worth it.
Yeah.
So I think it has to be at least 2 for 1 in order to be worth. And
Right, because it's so slow.
yeah, not because it's so slow, because it's such a big commitment, right? You
Yeah,
in
yeah.
comparison, you could be getting a grist or an endurance, which are uh,
Game winning, right?
if exactly if played on the precise moment or against the some certain decks, game winning.
Mhm.
So yeah, but I think you also mentioned this. It's good against the bad decks. uh, so it gives some protection against some decks that we otherwise have
Like,
little tech against, right?
right, it potentially is good against the mirror. It's potentially good against like more fringe, not even bad decks per se, but more fringe decks like other
Uncommon
tribal
decks, more
decks.
uncommon decks. Maybe it's a more polite
Right.
way to put it. Yeah. But yeah,
It's
I
like
know
the enemy
you are
could against
always
Elves decks.
you're always willing to move it out of the sideboard.
You the cards that I have in mind potentially with green white depths, you kind of mentioned doing well. It won the last two challenges by the same player.
Yeah.
Like maybe the crop rotation and Caracas package is like reasonable again,
Mm.
but that's two slots
On
though.
the sideboard, you mean?
Yeah. Obviously, you
Yeah.
can play one Caracas. Oh, sorry, you can play just crop rotation by itself too. Or another card I kind of want to try too is the fourth Shepherd too. If you want to do that,
The fourth shepherd. Hmm. The fourth
just so
shepherd
you'll.
is interesting also because some known games I'd have against initiative are games where they chalice you blindly turn one, and you happen to not have a shepherd draw, and you have a busted hand, but is you know mm, become unplayable because of the chalice. So I could see that.
Mhm.
I don't, but I also think this is not the best time for force or even chalice decks, I would say, because Stompy
Right.
and 8cast are both being a little bit pushed away by the initiative, because all are more or less on the same group of Stompy, so they share a player base more up to some extent, I would say. And then the other thing is the Caracas and the crop 24 lands.
Well, the Caracas would be in the sideboard, unless
Yeah,
you're. I
but
know you don't want to.
that means we'd have some yeah. Okay, so you would take out the saga, I presume, or not, because you can get the needle.
It's a little bit slow, and it's really for one deck. Maybe it's not worth it at the moment unless it becomes really popular again.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So that's
I,
something
I
to be keeping. I mean, we talked about this the other day on stream. So we knew Green White Elves was going to be popular on this event, on today's event, just because people function like this, and it won 2 back-to-back challenges. So people love that, and then if someone is remotely proficient with the deck and they have played it before, this is like their
Mhm.
signal to, oh yes, let's go Green White Depths. um Yeah, something I want to ask you before going into the league is how has are you happy with the switch from Hashbringer to Dismember? Or
Um, that one is So I only made that switch today. For the showcase. That's not a showcase. The
Qualifier.
TTQ, and I didn't even pair into it. But I did pair. I did play Hushbringer the last few days. I actually had been doing really well with it. The problem is there are certain broken starts that they have that Hushbringer can't even fight through. I suspect though, even though I had been doing well with Hushbringer, I suspect Dismember is probably better.
Yeah, I've been so. For example, I realized. So what my first loss today was to my first game and my first loss both was to Doomsday, and I think I told you I was choosing to keep some number of snuffs just in case they don't respect the combo or they build a pile where the devotion is.
What was your feel on keeping the snuffs based on the games you played?
No, wait. So now I want to say that on the following that line of thought, I upgraded the snuffs for dismembers because you can't tell the turn where they're gonna go off, and you can keep 1 mana. And sure. I was able to remove 1 opposition agent.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I think dismembers sometimes can. I don't know. It covers some angles, some bad angles from our deck, right?
It does, and it's good against Painter too, which I like. I think the weakest slot, like from what I see right now, is the Plague Engineer. Like,
yeah,
I played I finished a league that I had not finished from last night, and drawing it at the wrong time against Delver just feels really bad. And I just rather have a card that's always good against Delver. Whether that be the 4th Shepherd, could be the 5th Dork. I know you like that a lot, but we run into potential flood issues. Or it could be something like a crop rotation.
Yeah. But the thing is, why would you? So if you want the 4th Shepherd, what do we get from the main? Honestly, so I understand the current metagame requires 3 snuff-outs in the main deck, but
we can go to 2.
I was really happy with the 2-2 split on endurance because I think having 3 shots at the Delver player's graveyard game 1 is really, really important. It gives me some, I'm more. I sleep better at night knowing that I have 2 endurances in the main deck from game 1 Reanimator for my Once Upon a Times.
Keep in mind, Soul Guy Lantern kind of does that a little bit as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So.
But my point is, so why would you cut in favor of the 4th Shepherd? Because I imagine you're not considering it on the sideboard. That's a main deck card.
Right. I would probably move the Snuff Out to the sideboard.
So 1 snuff back to the side.
Right. Assuming you want to make room for that. I think Lantern feels like it should be main deck, but you can play it sideboard too.
Yeah, and I honestly in favor of the Lantern. I was also discussing this with Mike that being able, just having the ability to make your constructs 3/3 is really, really relevant, I think. Right.
If for some reason you get paired against control game 1.
Yeah, right? Not even, just because sometimes the creatures that lock you and clock you have 2 toughness, right?
Right. So like if
Magus oppositioned, Rabble Master, or whatever you got it. So I think going up to 3 toughness is really nice.
Yeah, I think you can go down to like 2 snuff out. You want to play the 1st Shepherd, or you can play the crop rotation to the sideboard. But I feel like the Shepherd is probably better against Delver, depending how good you want to be against Delver.
So I think for this league, I will keep the 3 snaps, just as I mentioned, right? Because of the current metagame is so initiative centric.
Sure.
But going forward, I do like that, and honestly, I do like to keep the elf sub theme strong because paying 6 mana and having 3 5/5 guys thrown at your face is quite strong.
Right. So if that's the case, then what did you want to play instead of the engineer? You still want to play the engineer?
Honestly, I want to play the engineer. Honestly, I think, or maybe for the league
to be a liability against Delver. personally.
We can try the third Dismember if you want to.
Well, the I guess
or the
no,
third ley
I don't want
line,
the,
or the third ley
I
line
don't think I
even.
want the dirt. I feel like I want something that is like decent against.
So
Gil,
let me,
right?
let's first think how it maps, right? So we would side out the Assault of the Package and the Collector. That's 5 slots. We keep the Saga, we keep the Soul Guide. So we have 4 slots to bring in. So we have exactly four ins.
I count 5 coming out.
What is your 5th slot? Oh, right.
So
True. Exactly. 4 from the Natural Package, and the 5th is Collector of. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So here, Dustin bringing up a good point about Opposition Agent. So how do you feel about it on the sideboard back again? Is still, or is not right for the current meta, right? I think that was the reason.
I still like the card. The problem is, it tends to be good against the crop rotation decks, which are not really well positioned. I know Depths is doing well, so maybe it can come back. But I have not. I think Lands is like unplayable at the moment. Like,
yeah.
When you see Lands players like Ali switching decks, you know the deck is not in a good spot.
Yeah, exactly. When you see the person who is, probably pushing the archetype the most, he's switching to another archetype. Well, it's not the time to play Lands.
Right, and he's not just messing around.
He's like, imagine Newton switching to Initiative, right?
I mean, there's been times in the past when, like, when Modern Horizons 1 came out, I stopped playing Elves because I just didn't think it was playable anymore. For instance.
Oh, really? Oh, I remember you took a break, but
yeah, I didn't play when Renin 6 and Plague Engineer especially came out in Modern Horizons 1. And it wasn't until Reclaimer got printed in the, I guess, 20
M21 or M20
2019 or whatever set.
M20, yeah.
Yeah, the M20 set that then I said, okay, let me look into this card because I saw that
it can potentially leave past Engineer, right?
Well, not even that. I just saw it in the the Hogak Depths deck at the time.
I remember this story. Yeah, you said, how come these Hogak players play an elf and we are not? Yeah, remember.
Right, especially one that is a crop rotation ability.
Yeah. Okay, Dustin says, thoughts on Wasteland in the 75 or playing Saga takes a spot? I think we discussed this earlier a little bit, and I think it takes a spot. I don't think so.
I think you can do it, but then your mana is a little bit shakier.
Yeah, or I mean, don't tell this to Newton, but he would love to go to 24 lands, right?
No, I think if anything, you play it instead of maybe the Boseiju.
No, please don't cut the last tree, right?
I think you go down to 14 green sources, but I think it's probably okay if you cut a fetch, for instance, or even the last tree. But I think I like right now. It's actually very important to have Snuff Out on time. So that is the reason that we're running the mana base as is.
Okay, so any clue for the last slot in the sideboard since you are not playing in your fan? Maybe second Grace, third Dismember.
Do you like?
I don't know. Huh? I mean, today I feel safe against control, right? I have you by my side, so I won't lose against control.
We'll do. Okay, how about we do this? We'll play the 4th Shepherd here, and then.
All right. And move the snap back to the side.
Or we can move the endurance to the side. That's not.
Oof! No. No.
Or we can play the crop rotation.
I think that's terrible, honestly, because
Or you can play the second Gris.
Like
or board in Dismember against
having that shot with at the Delver player's graveyard with a Artisan activation uncounterable is so important in my opinion. So yeah, so you said which one you mentioned, second Gris, or what was the other option?
We can play a second Gris, or we can just board in one Dismember against them, or we can just we can play a wheel if you want.
You know, I like wheel. Or maybe
like wheel? Okay.
Yeah, I think I like it because it's I like wheel.
Or if you want a dedicated slot just for Delver, Shadow Spear is probably pretty good.
Oh, let's do that. Yeah, Let's do that. Let's do that. I think I have it. Yeah, I have one here. Okay. Okay, so since we have...
It's a little bit narrow, but it happens to be good against them.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just export this. I can upload it. So guys on stream, you can have the...
Okay, while you do that, Inigo, I'm gonna take a quick restroom break.
Sure. I will just be ready when you're back.
Okay.
So let me upload this to you guys. Ahora vamos. Espérate. Voy a guardar esto. Lo voy a subir a los decks. What kind of freak is this deck? Die, Oloro, die. Welcome, man. Merry Christmas. The trolling never stops, I see. Okay, so let me join here with 21. Okay, so this is the deck we want to play today with Newton. If I was playing alone, I would probably play the second Boseiju, as you already know. But she is a fan of consistent mana. I will, respect my guest and play the mana base he deserves. It's been good, Doloro. Thank you. Yeah, I think Needle, can be awkward. Also, Soul Guide in the main deck with the Collector Roof worries me up to some degree, but, you can play around it. And the rest, I think, is pretty stock. Personally, I like the 5 Dorks that Newton doesn't.
Thanks
so
for waiting, Inigo.
Yeah, welcome back. So you may switch now to your Discord share screen. Tell me if it's working properly.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect. Okay, so finally we managed to do this with no issues. Okay, so let's. Can you just go through the list one more time? So and I will join the league if it's correct.
Yeah, I think that's fine. What do you have?
Perfect. So let's queue.
Again, if you just want to, I don't think Shadow Spear actually maps great, but I think if you just want to showcase what it can do against Delver, it's probably good.
Yeah. Also, life gain is not irrelevant, I would say. Especially, as you mentioned, right? If you can attach it to an artisan or something, or for example, yeah, I don't know. Some crazy scenarios come to mind, right? Like the other day on my last stream where Callum and you were around, if I could have had a Shadow Spear attached to an artisan, the 2020 through 2022 Fin artisan would have made it. Imagine 23 trampling life gaining Fin artisans. Quite good. Okay, so how about I give you my opinion on the mulligan decisions, and then before I click OK, you tell me your opinion, so we can see if I, if I'm in tune with what you think. Okay, Turtle Sharky, I'm inputting now the info on the spreadsheet.
It looks like your thing keeps going away though.
Yeah. Whenever I tab out to include the information to the spreadsheet, it will go black. But it's working now?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right. I don't have info, but I think this hand is quite good. I would keep it. I would keep it without knowing my opponent, what my opponent is on. All the time works with this unknown asset. Oh, really?
Mm.
Anyhow, this hand is quite good, right? I think it can pressure walkers pretty pretty fast, and then threaten a kill or a grist via artisan or grist or green sand, right? Okay. So I will just get the forest just in case.
Yeah, we assume here we don't know what our opponent
Yeah,
is on.
exactly. So I just get the basic off first, and then we can get the bayou after.
Right, we don't want to just get Blood Moon turn 1 and then just lose the game right. Maybe a small nitpick. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say if it was Green Sun, I'd probably lead off the Windswept because people could think you're
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
on depths.
Hmm. Yeah, but we're not leading on. We're not wasting the green sun, right?
Right. It doesn't matter here because you reveal what you're on anyways with Land of Worms.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so Matt's prediction getting confirmed here. This is definitely a control island. Okay. I think here I would not even reveal Cradle yet and just attempt to untap with Artisan. So I would like play Shepherd, fetch Bayou, get Artisan. So they don't feel threatened.
I kind of like just making the most mana because if you untap with Artisan, then you get more mana if the Windswept is a fetch, right?
So you
If
would
an
mean
Arbor.
like burning the green sun into a Dryad and then playing the Cradle into Artisan, right? So
No,
Shepherd,
I mean, I would go probably Shepherd into
Shepherd
Artisan
Dryad.
off the Cradle.
Oh, all right.
And
And
the reason being is because it actually ramps you with the Windswept being an Arbor down the road.
yeah, okay, I like that more. Yeah, okay. So you are ramping without using the green sun, right? Just because of the potential arbor, right?
If they're on combo, obviously we get
Yeah. No,
scammed, right?
it's true. It's true. I like it because we can get, if we untap, we can get whatever we want of the artisan. We still have the options from green sun, but I guess our target is already here, right? Which is the collector. Let's see.
If you know your opponent is on combo, for instance, there is a chance we have to run the collector oof out, but otherwise, I think
no, I don't think so. Wow, double island is something. It's a statement.
could be. I don't know if they play high tide or, but Matt's already said they're on.
Matt said they're on days
this is
doing.
easy now.
Yeah, I think we attempt to kill them, right?
You're right. We just have to kill here.
Do you like burning the green sun for extra damage in case something happens, like a plow or something, or we just fetch for Dryad and natural order out?
I feel like we just fetch for Dryad and just natural order out and see what they do.
Right. I was asking because that also shuts down our access to black, right? But yeah, if it's controlled, I don't think it will matter. Okay, so what they have, they haven't conceded yet. Okay, then we have.
The other thing you could do if you want, if you're want potentially access to black, is you can fetch Bayou
Green sun.
for
Yeah, that was my line.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we got there. Okay, control. Nice. So I think it's a good moment to bring in Southspear probably with the constructs.
Yeah, it's a faster clock. It's not a great draw, but it's something off the saga.
So snaps out, collector out. I guess. I mean, we are really trusting Matt here because
It
we
feels like
didn't see
high tide
anything.
more
We
than
didn't see
sort of.
anything at all. We saw a ponder and two control art island, nothing else. So I definitely bring the thoughts. He says
Yeah, I think
mono
you brought.
blue time walk with TNN. What the hell? Okay.
The other thing about Shadow Spear is I'm not actually sure you want it here.
Hmm.
Actually, I would board out Lantern, by the way. I don't think it does anything.
What about bog?
Same. I don't
Bog
think
or the
I don't think
endurance?
Bog is. I would take out Bog and Endurance. I don't think they do anything.
Both, right? So
Yeah.
that gives us an extra slot to work with. Or keep something. I usually like I usually like bog because or one graveyard interactive part because those decks usually like to run, if anything, at least one copy of Snapcaster.
Yeah, I think you can of those. You probably Bog is the best one
Hmm.
because it's another like black source, right?
Yeah. And we know you like the mana, so if you ask Newton any question and one answer uh, has more lands in it, that's probably the answer Newton's gonna go for.
Also higher fetch density.
I will put that definitely on first business order. Yeah. Okay. Interesting hand. No access to black.
Actually, I think we should have boarded out the Gris, right?
Border
It doesn't
out the
feel like,
grist.
yeah, I don't feel like we want Gris in this kind of combo matchup. But we're gonna mulligan this anyways.
Yeah, this is gonna go away. Hmm. This this is quite slow. But I guess I'm gonna keep this in the back of the saga plan. What do you think? So
No, I think it's too slow. It feels like they're on some kind of combo deck.
you think?
Yeah,
By
so
how they played, I don't think they combo you out, right?
I mean we saw two islands, right? So I don't know. They're mono blue, so
Yeah.
I would probably mulligan. It feels slow to me.
All right. So
This
we
is
keep this
probably Charlie's
bottom
better.
bog and the second ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me just write down that. Move to 5. And we start with Once Upon a Time. But I really wanted to keep that Reclaim My Hand because if they are mono blue indeed, then they have not many removals. And probably a construct can put quite a lot of pressure.
I feel like they're gonna be able to kill us with their combo before the constructs matter.
Yeah, possible.
Like with no disruption, right?
Mhm. All right, let's see. That's a good start. Hmm. So interesting here. It's either the second part of the BFF of the Artisan. I would go for the BFF, complete BFF here.
I
I, I don't know. I don't think Artisan can present
Yeah, I think that's fine.
any way to close the game fast enough, and we still have Natural Order in hand, and we're gonna ram through one anyways with Cradle, right?
I would be tempted.
Or you may
Oh,
to take the mana probably, or what?
no, I would be tempted. Well, actually, that's fine. Yeah, you can take the visionary and then ram. I thought about taking the shepherd and forcing the natural order through.
Oh, that's legit too. Yeah. Did they mulligan, by the way?
The problem is they force this, then we're kind of in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, we still didn't get to see what their deck is doing, so.
Yeah, so Mike was thinking about taking the Shepherd too, right? Like,
Okay. Funny enough, we have an emote for this kind of people, situations, lifestyles. And the command, well. Shout out to Jonathan Sang here. Okay, so I guess we lead on the VCO and see what happens.
yeah, I think there is a chance they force the green side and we take the Shepherd, but that's probably fine.
Oh, of course. It will not be a Newton stream without him.
I actually don't think we should have boarded that in, by the way.
Possible.
So they forced that. That's kind of good for us.
That's what this is. Starting with you, each player votes for time or knowledge. If time gets more votes, take an extra turn after this one. If knowledge gets more votes, or the vote is tied, draw 3 cards. Got it. Okay. So yeah, I guess if they fetch now, we can put them to 1 next turn. Yeah, Matt said the same. Got it.
Oh, the natural.
No, they set it up with Ponder.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, turn 1 Ponder.
Oh.
I mean, probably most of the time it's going to be exploration, right? Fetch Misty Sanctuary doesn't work yet. Oh, yes, it does.
They're one turn away from it.
Never mind. No, now they activate Narset. What? All right. They could have fetch activate Narset.
This seems.
Yeah, I missed the land
good.
drop. I thought they weren't up to four islands yet.
No. It's because they had a time walk.
Yeah.
You didn't miss
Torpor
your
Orb.
hand,
Nice. Okay, so they're at 17. Potentially uncrackable fetch. Or give us a 1-drop.
I think we have to go for the virtual kill here, right?
Yeah. No. Like, you mean put them at 1, right?
Yeah, we put them at 1 here.
Yeah. I mean, let's try.
That way they shut off the sanctuary at least.
I do like how much respect the BFF commands out of blue players, honestly.
Correct. Def not Oz. I don't think that's correct either.
They have forces and flusters. Okay. So they're not. I don't know what they're thinking about here. I think they don't. Honestly, I think they don't have it because they would have definitely played it, right?
If they have brainstorm, they're gonna dig for it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Uh, sure. Are you meant to? Okay, so that is so Behemoth grows to 7. So that puts them down to 2, right?
I think I get the hoof, have the other creature take Narset as 0, and then hoof go face.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking either that or get a grist.
They actually sequenced wrong. They should have let you. Well,
Yeah, with
maybe
the
we have.
with the trigger on the stack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kill the Narset with the
Yeah,
Visionary,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
the risk goes to the face.
He's a weak hoof.
You
Yeah,
basically can't
okay, that
pass
worked.
the turn anymore.
Oof. Okay. The Newton curse has been broken. We beat the control player. No thoughts is too. All right. Yeah, I guess that's not your typical control opponent or deck. Well,
Mhm.
so you mentioned you'd have not brought in the progenitors. That makes actually sense. Mm, maybe even Leyline is more relevant, right? If we exactly know where we're facing, so they cannot record the time walks.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought that wasn't that game too.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. No, I don't think you want ley line, to be honest. It's like a 0 for 1.
yeah, but what do you bring in then? So if you don't want Soul Guide, you don't want Gris, you don't want there's so many outs.
I probably would just bring in the endurance, just
Gotcha.
because it's another creature and you can like use it as lowest pet or something.
Okay, so I played against
You have enough cards.
this pilot before this week. He was on Grixis with Furies, so this is
Hmm.
pretty dangerous opponent. This is a mulligan. Okay, I think we keep this. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would we bottom is the next question. No.
Hey, Straz Daddy, how's it going?
Hey, Mark. Hello.
I think in the dark, I would bottom personally. Saga.
Game 1 against Grixis. Yeah, right. And what are we hoping to hit off the ones?
Probably just a dork, right?
Reclaimer or
Or
Dork?
one drop.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it off the bayou just in case we have a chance to fire off the snap
No, no,
out.
there's no punishment for doing that second.
You mean playing out the bayou?
Right. You didn't
Okay.
have to do that first because you potentially give away information, right?
Hmm.
That you're on an elves instead of another deck.
Well, a surprise, but yeah. I guess you're right. Do you take the Dork here still? Or
Right. It's the only one drop. I think you're looking for the curve out, right?
Hmm. Okay, so let's see. Prepare for Grixis control. For what it's worth, this player finished me off twice with double bolts. So for what it's worth, that is something he likes to do. Okay, this is not Grixis. Interesting. So potential upside for the snap out, right? On these colors, at least.
Yeah, I mean, we put the saga back because we just didn't. We don't want to assume what our opponent's on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go get Forest and get the Artisan here. because this could be, well,
I would just play the artisan and leave the fetch up, right?
yeah. I'm thinking this could be Rockdelver. So maybe we want to fetch when they brainstorm or tap out, or tap out of blue. Make sense?
I mean, yeah, but there's ideally you save the
The fetch
the
for
fetches
Arbor.
for arbors anyways, but like there's no need to burn up. Like fetches I value as virtual creatures if need be.
Yeah, of course. But yeah. All right. There is a spicy leak. What is this?
Oh, they're on an Ancestral Visions deck, I think.
Yeah, you have to explain what that is. Hey, Master, thank you for the subscription. Welcome. I guess it's good that they burn the forces when we have the natural order in hand. Just like it happened with the control opponent, right?
I mean, if they don't deal with the artisan and if they don't have removal, I think they have to, right? The artisan means we can get anything.
Yeah, Shepherd, Grace, whatever. So I'm smelling. I'm smelling Stifle, but I want to crack it anyways, right? For Arbor.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they have stifle if that's what you're afraid of.
Yes, I am. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know the deck list. Should I be afraid of anything flashed in?
I mean,
Or,
even they may have Ice Fang, but like I don't think we should be attacking that if that's what you're asking. But and we can't stop that card anyways.
we can
I
snuff
would,
it, right?
yeah, but I don't. It like if they play Ice Fang Kawato, I don't think you want to burn the snuff out because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Then I will just not attack, right? I will just fetch Arbor and then see what we do next turn.
I would probably. Yeah, I think you can fetch. You can natural order now for Chris. I'm not sure that's worth it though. Just because it, I would just probably just pass.
Yeah.
Endo now, the problem is it doesn't do anything. It doesn't kill them unless we just want to, draw
Yeah,
out
it's
the
like
force.
burning. It's like burning our best shot, right? Oh, is that deck? This is. Oh, I thought it was Rhinos, maybe. What? What? They cascade into an hierarch? That's so bad. What the hell? I was hoping maybe Rhinos and
No,
timely.
they can't be rhinos. We saw see the truth already.
Arcan tuned in, right? So I was thinking Rhinos in my subconscious. All right, I'm gonna Allure. I don't know Allure. I don't know this deck at all, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, what the hell? So, I mean, we can snap out to take out two blocking damage. That makes 16. One blocker. Probably not enough, but we don't have.
No, we're still short.
Yeah, I think we just play fetch pass, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, not very common that we don't have anything to play, but at least we have open interaction. Seems like poor deck building. Oh, I thought you said it for us. That's it. Okay.
That it is part of the problem that with main deck removal, right? Like this can happen.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would be tempted to snuff out the Nova Heart, but I think it's too late now.
To prevent the 3 damage from Shardless?
No, it's like, well, I guess they have a lot of mana. If anything, to cut them off mana, but maybe they play something like a Leovold. I don't know.
Where Arcane Proxy enters the battlefield, if you cast it, exile target instant or sorcery.
Oh wow.
Okay, so they want to replay it.
No, they're gonna target the See the Truth, and that's gonna draw like 3.
Yeah. Effectively, draw 3. Okay.
These are the type of decks that can never be dealt with, I think. The greediest decks possible.
Excited. I mean, that's okay. So I guess we owe an apology for the opponent's deck building. Arcane Proxy, it also has been added to the cube. I've been seeing lately on the Christmas streams.
Mm-hmm.
Quite nice. Um, 17. We can potentially put them to 1, but I would hope that they have force now after drawing so much cards. So my plan here, like if you ignore that fact, we could like Boseiju you the proxy and snuff the shardless for the blocker. We can natural for 16 put them down to 1, but that's bad, right? With 6 card in hand, we should be expecting force, right? So I think we fetch for Dectaning, right?
You don't have to fetch now, right? Unless what are you trying to do?
Or before draw step, I mean.
Oh yeah.
Value seems okay.
They have force now.
Oh, nice. So, interesting. Okay, so what do you think about passing the turn and doing the full setup next turn?
I think I'd probably just play the Shepherd and play the land. In case you draw another land, right?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that makes Snuff castable. Yeah, I think that's fine. In case you draw another land. Yeah, I was thinking.
I guess it doesn't matter if you draw another land because you need to pitch one creature anyways, so it'd be the Arbor. So
it'd be the Arbor of the Finder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, and we keep hardcast Snuff out. Also, yeah, that's reasonable.
Something I'm gonna start keeping track of is what's in our graveyard, because especially with some of the theory crafting that we've been doing on the Discord with the red version. I think
Traverse
the Overworld
this is gonna be so good.
Potentially relevant down the road.
This is gonna be so good. So if they don't have force, it's gonna be blowout for their non-main deck, or for our main deck removal rather.
Sure, they have removal. I mean, force.
Force, yeah, but maybe they don't want to use it on the hamster. Well, that hamster is going to hit like a truck, right? With 2 exalted triggers. Yeah. Oh, they don't activate it. What? Oh, they wanna. Oh, that's so smart because Exalted stays for the second main, so they want to attack with the 2 Exalted triggers, then kill it, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, we're gonna try so that doesn't happen. Yeah, they can still fling something else, right? Yeah.
They can still fling something else, but then actually, you know what you should have done? Wait for them to target. Well, let me see. How is it worded?
It's the same, right? It's the same outcome. Yeah, they get to choose what to sack. They choose not to activate Minsk? Okay, then you've lost, right? They're tapped out. I guess I guess this is being greedy from them, right? So I don't see a reason not to.
I think you slam it right now.
Yeah. This is the time.
I feel like we stole this win. Like I don't think we're supposed to win this game.
Yeah, no, I think this is just them being greedy because they don't want to sack anything else. It was so cute to do. Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay.
They got a reason to play black. I mean, it's you who popularized Snap Out, right? So it's on you.
That's true. Snuff Out is probably the biggest reason to be black. Being black right now.
Hey, Trunks.
Hey, how's it going?
I actually met him at the Four Seasons this year, and he was so nice. And we were so fortunate to have him cast some control games because you can tell it was a pleasure to watch the stream with him casting the control pilots because he was totally in the mind of the control player. It was so good.
So Nib, how did you end up doing in the Super PTQ? Did you end up? I saw you were like undefeated. I think at 4-0, but I obviously scrubbed out, dropped. So I didn't see how you finished. Oh wow! Congrats, 8-0.
Oh wow! Let's go. It's 9 rounds, right? So you're locked for top 8.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting one.
What's our board? I think we're probably gonna lose regardless.
Yeah, I think we're gonna win from this position.
I think we just take the Reclaimer here.
Reclaimer, huh?
I think we are gonna lose regardless, based on this board state now. But yeah, I'd probably just take Reclaimer. Oh, actually, I would probably just take.
I think it's either Grist or Shepherd, actually. I mean, anything. If you want, we can just concede. Go next game because
we can take the Grist and see, but I don't think we have many turns left. To be honest,
no, we don't. Okay, we're gonna give the opponent the a window to showcase the deck building, right? With the hamster, exalted trigger, draw 3, sack, fling in the face. I mean, he deserves it. So yeah, Jundingo was playing a mana base like this, like it was 4 color without white, and he was packing. I saw Fatal Push. I don't remember seeing Snaps. Okay, so we take 3. Yeah, so that was I guess they were so safe, right, with so many cards. Then they sack, draw 3. Can you picture? Arkan said no, you cannot. Okay, so from here we can concede now. I just wanted to let them do their thing. That's fine.
Yeah, we're pretty behind.
Yeah. I mean, they have 6 card full grip, almost full grip, and they have a decent board. Okay, how do you like boarding here? Thoughts is definitely right.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird, right? Because they have that arcane proxy, like that's like a Snapcast image.
Yeah.
Look at the exact wording on arcane proxy.
Arcane proxy is so you get to copy for free an instant or sorcery that it's below the CMC of the proxy.
Pretty good, actually.
It's pretty good. I think the cool thing is the mana fixing, actually.
The Snuff Out's out for sure because they just have all value creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we probably want Seas, and then Progenitus seems good here too.
Progenitus.
They're all.
I don't really agree on the endurances, but Progenitus decent. No, I'm sorry. I'm responding to Death Not Oz in chat. He says snuff out, and endurance TS in. I don't know how I feel about the endurance on the matchup.
Yeah, I probably.
I can see keeping 1
in the collective.
We still have one more cut to do, though.
I would cut the endurance.
All right.
This is also kind of why I don't like the Shadow Spear, right? Because again, it doesn't really come in for many matchups.
Yeah, but what would have been the other options we were discussing? Were the plague that would be relevant because we could name hamster. It would be
No, I don't like that
second
kind of play.
grist, which could be good. And the other option, which was the other option?
It'd be like the crop rotation to have more game against combo or Merit Lage.
Yeah. No, I think this
But
is
then
fine.
you would
Actually, I
have to
think
use two
this is
stops,
fine.
right?
I think this is fine. Yeah, let's do it. Let me just write down game 1 loss. What was this archetype again? 4 color, right? 4 color. Grixis plus green. So they are on a snuff out. Interesting. Oh my god, this hand. I think we keep, and in Newton we trust, I guess.
Yeah, I think I would keep two.
All right. Okay. Mana-based PhD paying off, I guess. Do you like
I think we just actually
Thoughtseize?
ramp here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm not afraid of any other turn 1 play, so I think I just get
Mhm.
by you ramp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We get to develop our board so much more if we take a turn. I mean, if we just hold Dotsies for a turn.
Yeah, and especially because our second land drop is potentially summon sick, that allows us to, more wiggle room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go. I don't really like that because I don't really like throwing my thought seizes are at brainstorms. That's really good.
Yeah, I would probably just fire up the Dotsies and see what they do first.
Really? How do you like playing the cradle? Force him then to, because what did they force the artisan the previous game?
Yes,
What?
they did.
Okay, so how about maybe they have to go dig for the force? So play cradle tap. Like
No,
make them
you need to fire up the Dotsies here.
first. But yeah, I mean just the sequencing. I want to slam artisan first and then Thoughtseize after.
No, because they can play removal, right?
If it's snuff out, artisan will be black though.
Are we?
I'm not sure of anything, so this deck is actually not.
They could have fatal push or something like that too, right?
Yeah, okay.
I think it's safe in general to go with discard before you do anything else.
Yeah, usually I don't like the feeling of running it into brainstorm.
I mean, if they brainstorm, then they use their brainstorm, right?
Yeah, of course. But you know what I mean, right? It's not the best feeling. Like letting them protect their relevant cards. I mean, we're gonna play artisan regardless, right?
I mean, probably, but it really depends, right?
So would you consider double arboring?
No, I think my line is probably going to be
wow. All right. Okay.
So here I just take the force, right?
You take the force. They had the brainstorm. I think if I follow ACF.
I mean, our line is to natural order, right? I would probably just take the force and then play everything.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think how the hand is gonna play out, right? So they're not gonna fetch. You're gonna main phase brainstorm, play blue land, main phase brainstorm, and then try to find something, probably a snuff out.
Maybe, or I don't know what removal. I mean, we
don't
know.
Yeah. I like leaving them the brainstorm because that also like makes them use their turn for that, right? If not, they would have done it before. I mean, they could.
I mean, I feel like it's forced, right? Like it's
Yeah, yeah.
not really
I'm somewhat concerned about Minsk too, but that's okay.
right. Our line is
So
natural order.
yeah. So how about now going for the double arbor?
No. I would just go like our line, in my opinion, is just Green Sun for Arbor and play the Artisan. Next turn we have natural order for lethal.
Oh, okay, okay. So you wanted to play out of your hand. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I agree.
And I wouldn't have led with a cradle there because that might prompt him to brainstorm into force here. But it probably won't already, and then I just play the Artisan, right?
All right.
Like we have lethal next turn.
Yeah. So they need to brainstorm into they need to brainstorm into force again, right?
Right.
And that leaves us with an active artisan. Okay, so it's good. No snuff out yet then.
Actually, we might even be able to do it through force,
Through
right?
force, right? Yeah, depending how they.
Depending what they do, right?
Or a top decks.
Like I don't think they're gonna have a sweeper.
Oh,
Nobody
okay,
runs.
yeah, they fetch. They tap out. Okay, so digging hard for the force or the snuff, right? Yeah, probably either it works for them. Yeah, drawing shed would be.
I mean, drawing shepherd is just the easy mode, but otherwise we can just artisan force shepherd, right, and then force natural order through.
um. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
there's a world where they have snuff plus force, right? I mean,
very
they
unlikely, I
did
think.
double cantrip. They did double cantrip. That's what I mean. So we played the Dryad, tap the Findorn and the Bayou, kill the Dryad, get Shepherd, kill the other Findorn, the tapped Findorn, and try to resolve the natural order. And depending what they do, we get Hoof or Progenitus. Yes.
Probably gonna get Progenitus, but yeah, I would just play the Arbor here. Tap 2 mana, pitch the other Arbor.
No, this ain't lethal. Lethal.
We just
Would you pitch the other arrow or the dork? I
it's a
think
little bit awkward because I think you wanted to pitch the Arbor, but now I think
it's the same,
you
right?
probably just pitch the Finhorn now because you play around Plague Engineer into an Edict, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I probably would have done it the other way, but you get Progenitus here and just bash for one. I don't think they can beat a Progenitus.
No, we kill the planeswalker if they. I mean, they can't play it. It goes past the Strix. I'm trying to think what could they have. Maybe since they are in black, they could have Deluge.
I don't think so. No, like Deluge has not seen play in a long time.
It's simply round one in the super qualifier against me today.
Did it really? Deluge?
Doomsday, yeah. All right. This is 5. This is just lethal, right? Trying to think if we can make it more sort of. Okay, they concede. Never mind. Cool.
Also, you should have played, I think, the Reclaimer first before the land.
Why?
Um, because it conceals that you have the activation.
It conceals you have the activation. Oh, so yeah, they might let it resolve or not play some interaction because.
Right. They may or may not change their line, right?
Mhm.
Otherwise, you give them the full information there.
Yeah. Okay. Are you happy with our sideboarding? Do we keep
Yeah,
our
I think
list?
this is fine.
Right. Let's go. I do like it. I mean, it's not super fast. We have one draw step, or I mean, or would you mull to NO lines? NO hand?
No, I keep
I don't
it.
think so,
I
right?
don't really mulligan
Yeah, we
aggressively.
don't. I don't think we do that anymore, honestly. So we keep this and see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
So what's their best? So they can. Let me think. If they play turn 1 hierarch, they can play Minsk turn 3, which is okay, I guess. Okay, so how do you feel about, since they are on the play now? I do feel a little bit threatened. Oh, look who it is. Okay, that changed the line. So I wanted to Thoughtseize first, but now I want a ramp.
I think we want to ramp here.
Yeah, because they might have access to well, to more relevant spells before, right? Like maybe plague or something. So, but yeah, probably turn to Thoughtseize is enough.
Otherwise, we fall really behind. Is the problem?
Us?
Right. If we Dossie's turn 1.
Yeah. No, you're definitely right. Okay, so we lead with Thoughtseize here and see what happens.
It smells like maybe an opposition agent here, which would be reason actually to lead with Dotsies.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you have to call it, right?
So yeah, that would be one reason to.
Oh my God, that's so bad. We had a fetch dead in our hand.
Yeah, I
Oh.
was just gonna say. I think they have opposition agent. I was just gonna say that too.
And we can't play two creatures, so they're gonna. I almost want to take the Thoughtseize, so yes, so we can keep our two creatures.
Mm,
Like, because
I
if
don't
you
know
if
about that. I don't think the shepherd does anything here.
yeah, no, but so you wanna what? Just play up the Reclaimer out, right?
Yeah, I would just take the brainstorm probably.
Yeah, I think we're winning this.
I was gonna say too. I was like they have 3 mana open. It smells like opposition agent. I think you should play the fetch and then have them and respond to it in response.
Yeah. In response, you could, yeah,
You crack the fetch, right?
yeah. No, you are right. Um, sure, be my guest.
You would have been able to have extra. They probably take the once upon a time. I think
It's the best card of, no doubt.
if they're scared, they take the natural order.
I think if they're scared, they take the Shepherd. Hmm. What's this? 3 mana, Shardless into. Huh. All right.
Yeah, it's games like this where we get punished for not leading with Thoughtseize.
Definitely.
I
Yeah,
think we
yeah. We should. I should
probably
have.
win.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's unwinnable now. I mean, it's not unwinnable, right? You can top like a Cradle and stop their aggression, but it's not easy. So what does their hand look like? Um, they have the second Misty. What did the?
I think you once here, right? And just see.
Yeah. Of course.
I think we lost the game by not Thoughtseizing on turn 1, like we normally should.
Yeah. Agreed. Hmm. Thoughts?
I think you just
It's just Cradle,
easy
right?
the cradle.
Yeah.
Hope to clock back like with all the elves. It's okay. This is how we learn, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I told you I had this feeling like when they ram turn one, um, it's, it's very similar to our deck, right? But yes, we don't play force. I recommend drawing Gris. Wow, nice, nice recommendation, Mike. Your proposed draw, decent. Okay. Bad thing is we can't even grow Reclaimer, and that is like really bad. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. GG. Yeah. Turban thought sees my man.
I did say before, I don't play Thoughtseize. I don't include Thoughtseizes not to play
Yeah.
turn
No,
one.
that's it.
The
That's
exception
it.
was game. The exception was the second game because we were on the play
That's it.
and
You
we
know
were missing the second land drop.
the um a trophy leader from the past. Sometimes said we don't play Thoughtseize not to play turn one. So take this
Yeah,
for what it's worth.
whatever happens to that person,
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know.
May he come back soon to to put order to the leagues. Although we have now my good friend Mr. Bayo himself running
Oh, they
hot,
just got another one.
at second position in the leagues, the trophy race.
I wonder if Jurg is still in the event.
Um, check. He's actually watching the stream, so
Oh,
probably
he is.
he probably answered himself.
We're playing against somebody who whose last seen deck was Charbelcher.
What the hell? Okay. And we are on the draw. Okay, prepare. Brace yourselves, guys. Okay, so this is. I think I keep it. This is potential turn 2. Oof.
Right.
Yeah, this is TG. My spreadsheet says the same. So yeah,
Yeah, why is it that those players always have that avatar?
I don't know. Is the way I think maybe it's the way they recognize themselves in leagues. Okay, what is this? All right.
Oh, don't yield.
No,
You don't
no.
want to tell them you don't have force.
Are you meant to fire the ones?
No, there's no
No.
use, right?
Bueno.
We lost, so now we're in this bracket, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay, we're in the Belcher bracket for losing one game. Damn it. This is Newton on every event after he meets a Right of Flame player, right? Okay, I deserve it for losing one game, right? This is my bracket now. I guess that's all of us. Okay, they have like bazillion mana. Sure. Gamble for another Echo?
That's bad for us.
Everything's
That
bad.
is
I mean,
really bad.
we haven't even played a land.
I'm pretty sure we're dead.
Oh.
Because they're gonna have the horn plus echo, and actually, ironically enough, this is what I lost to in the PTQ.
Well, they sometimes lose to themselves.
it's hard to lose when they have Horn and Echo. I would concede.
Well, I will not.
Okay.
Let them go through it. It will just take a few seconds.
The thing is, like, they see 14 cards, right?
Yeah, they see a bunch. Yeah, I know. I just want to see it. So that makes it even worse. No, mana is not a bottleneck.
Yeah, Inigo, let's
Inigo, please don't have me here to do this.
I'm saving the chat some misery.
Yeah, Newton, the chat savior, right? All
We
right.
can take out the Gris and the Bog.
Gris,
Endurance too,
Bog,
really.
Endurance, Snuff.
Ironically enough, I think you want the Needle.
Yeah, Needle seems fine.
And the Ley Line.
Soul Guy probably out because they usually keep priority.
Right.
Full Thought Seizes. And Ley Lines, of course. And we cut the Snuffs.
Yeah,
And
I think that's
fair and square.
probably good. Yeah.
Yep. Let's do it.
Yeah, actually, shout out to Tony Scapone. It is a really cool innovation.
Which one?
The Epic Gamble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Not gonna get much better than that.
Should we apply the rule that we just learned?
Yes.
All right. So my plan is to win this game and just to draw Layla in game 3. How about
that? Yeah, that works. Yeah.
I've lost with Layla in play before against them with
it's definitely
with
possible.
Virgie and mana generation of it. Mm-hmm. But it definitely makes it harder for them. All right. Show me your secrets. Void Snare, huh?
Oh, I think that's easy.
It's the LED, right?
Yeah, I just take the LED.
All right.
Otherwise, they can wheel again.
Yeah. And again. It's a no-lander. I mean, what?
Well, they were gonna wheel, I think.
Yeah, but that it takes a different type of player, I think. I don't know. Here's my deck with 4 lands and 56 spells, right?
Oh, that's pretty good.
What's your name?
I think you just go Wirewood into the Needle, right?
Yeah, but
actually, yeah, I think you go Wirewood into the Needle.
Yeah, but what's your naming of Needle?
Horn, probably.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, the other side of Virgie. Horn. Is there any other thing we should care about?
I think that's the only thing that matters. Like, they have baubles, but like that's
but and they used already one, so chances.
I think you just name Horn.
Yeah. What's the name? Should be around here. Harnfell. Horn of Bounty. Sure. easy way to mess it up, right? Virgie. Okay, if Needle wins us this game, I will call the stream a success. They do have the Void Snare, but not a way to make the blue mana yet. For what it's worth, so. Oof.
Now they no longer have the Void Snare.
Yeah, I guess. That was a good one. Anything new for us? Mana Confluence, and they chose to not play it. Metamorphose. Yeah, so it's a Voicner, right? Right. Any argument for Burning Wish?
No, I don't think so. Like, I don't know
No?
what it gets in this situation.
They usually get Grape Shot to break the lock. So if you take out their bounce spell, they usually go get Grape Shot and Grape Shot the Oof, but there's no Oof right now, so.
I guess
Because
it depends if you
my
think they
my
have
thing is
Grape Shot.
we're our
Actually,
line.
I think you take the Burning Wish.
Yeah, because our hand is lining up like Artisan. Like we're gonna play the fetch, crack for Dryad, play the Artisan, and get in Hoof next turn, right? Correct Roof.
Say that again. Yeah, I think we want Collector eventually, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go
we
get. I think Burning Wish presents more threat. It's
right.
it's more threatening than the Void Snare. And now I want to get my line was just get Arbor to get up to 2 mana and play an Artisan.
Right. This matchup is very hard, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think you have to get lucky a little bit.
Also, the Mana Confluence is like kind of a good draw for them.
The Mana Confluence is a great draw. Who was playing Mana Confluence the other day that it surprised me? Cephalid. Cephalid is playing one of Mana Confluence. And I was like, what? I mean, it's like an untapped Triumph, non-fetchable, but like, it's never bad, right? It's never too bad, I guess. Okay, they drew something.
They're probably gonna make blue-red right here. In case they need a bounce.
Wow, they drew another Burning Wish or a Birgie? What is it? So they could go for a Burning Wish, Grape Shot, kill 2 guys. That is possible. Oh, they miss 1 mana though. What do you do with 3 mana? In the meantime, you can. Let me just do this real fast. So
I think there's no better feeling than Mindbreak Trap a Storm player.
here are the socials from Newton. If you want to know him better or
Thank you, Inigo.
work with him on deck building, work with us, right? With the Elf community. So there are his socials. Okay, that's respect for the artisan. I like it. 1 echo is gone. And they still don't play the they are being quite patient, I have to say. Pues
I think
nada.
you just play the fetch and then double slam, right?
Yeah, we get the other arbor, right?
Yeah, and then just play your 2 artisan attack and then pass.
Yeah. So this is the kind of matchup where I miss Force of Vigor also. Force of Vigor, it's not okay. So it's not like it's not like an A or S in the matchup, but it can randomly win you games against this kind of deck, as you well know.
Yeah.
What time is it over there?
It is 2:40 in the afternoon. Or
Okay,
2:38.
yeah, 2:38. Nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, right. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna F6, but I think possibly we're dead.
The good thing is, if we do go Yorion, we could just play Glimpse again, right? We have enough cards now.
We can't play everything. Well, actually, the times I've tried to build Jorion, I always filled up all the slots.
Really?
There are so many elves I like. Yeah.
See,
Right.
I've
Wait.
always had the opposite problems. I just don't have. I have too many cards I want to cut.
Oh no! I just wanted to play the Saga package. I wanted to play Jorion. I want to play keep the Nettle core. Okay, so looks like we're dead. Maybe not. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They gonna appear? No, they can't peer. Peer. How much mana is peer? 7.
7.
Okay. Yeah, not very exciting games, guys. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Your opponent is taking
Low
a long
rolling.
time.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they. I don't know. Is natural tendrils? By the way, is this Tony Scapone's stock list with Metamorphose? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so.
Mana Confluence, I don't. It's not like so common. But this guy is always playing TG, so yeah, taking that. Yeah, but looks like it works. So they've cut what? They've cut the Overmasters. Well, they probably trim them against elves, right? Oh, so it's that? It's a setup turn? Okay. I mean, 2 cards in hand. You can print 1, 1, 2, 3. No, tendrils. Wait. And just 4 mana for tendrils. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I had a small moment of hope when they fired the Shadow Skull smashing. And that's bad. Let's go next. So there's another loss. Uchu. Any notes for that game? No, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think we learned anything really from
Yeah,
that
no.
game. We had a bad.
I'm just reviewing
bad
my notes
format.
for the previous game for the 4-color no white deck, and it's just 3 mana open equal turn 1 touches. That's my note. Hey, Carl, welcome, my friend. So Carl is the person who who I consult and bounce ideas with regarding my personal data collection project.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been he is the mastermind really behind the data collection, and he helps me personally as well. So shout out to him. I would keep in the blind.
Yeah.
We are on the draw. Nice. On the play. Sorry. Opponent mulliganing. Dio fan. Let me see my spreadsheet. As info.
They're mostly a vintage player, I think.
Regarding my spreadsheet, last time I met him, he was on Delver. But this mulliganing and being all access week, this probably means initiative, multi 5, and all access pass. Yeah, I mean, come on, Carl. Yeah, you're betting on a 20-something% of the meta game, right? That's a pretty safe bet. All right. Okay, so no cradle. I guess it's well, if it's initiative. If this was no, yeah, if this was a Bayou, I would get grist. I think
No. Well, yeah.
because that allows us to have turn to removal up. But since it's a Boseiju, I get the Anor thing. Do you agree?
Yeah.
That's a bummer because it's the last Boseiju, literally the last Boseiju in the deck. And don't you use this as an argument to cut it, please.
You're just making my point for me, and you
No,
go.
no, I'm not. Just the other way. All right. Oof. All right.
Imagine if that was a
Don't
fact.
say it. Come on. So, okay.
I think you play your saga first and see what they do.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything, right? So I'm thinking I want the Reclaimer, but I also want the Artisan. But that is not compatible because of triple green needed. I
I think you have to
rather
get
have
Reclaimer.
Reclaimer than the Artisan, I think. Right?
Yeah.
What do you
And you
think?
just ramp with the Green Sun for like
Yeah,
another land or
the
whatever.
problem, Death Note Oz, is the moment we untap with Reclaimer, we have a live removal, right? So that is, and after them naming human here, this is obviously initiative.
Yeah, against Initiative, you just want to flood the board too. It's actually why this is one of the few matchups Artisan is not as good as it normally is.
Yeah, so I think we just play Reclaimer, play Green Sun on Dryad Pass.
I would actually Green Sun for one.
Green Sun for one.
Right, to get
What?
a dork.
A Dork. Oh, yeah,
A
yeah, yeah.
land or elf.
Using the Saga mana. Right.
Right.
Makes sense. Yeah, yeah, sorry.
The reason why this is better is because if you naturally draw the Arbor, you can play as a land drop. So it doesn't waste mana.
Yeah, I was thinking as Dustin here, I was thinking you wanted double Reclaimers.
No, I don't think we want double Reclaimer.
Okay, so next turn we will activate Artisan. No, sorry, play Artisan and activate Reclaimer, right? Oh no, we can actually. No. I
The
was
problem
thinking.
with getting double Reclaimer is then they just ignore it, right? Then the second Reclaimer is kind of dead.
Yeah, so it's white initiative confirmed. Well, it could be Boros though. But what do you know? Yeah, you're probably right, Carl. Also, having 4 mana ASAP for natural order is good also. Elemental. What?
I actually think that hurts them more than it hurts
No,
us right now.
it does. It definitely does.
I actually think that hurts them more than it hurts us right now.
I mean, we're now double ramping, right? Oof. Um, how do you like making a construct?
No, I don't think we do that. I think we just attack with the landlord and pass.
Attack with the Januar and pass. Oh, since the artisan is
3
3.
mana.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of them, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We will just get.
And then we're just gonna pitch the Saga. Saga is actually at its worst in this matchup, but
Yep.
it's still another land,
Told you
right?
guys, he loves lands. He loves his land drops.
I want to
And
be
who
able to
can
play
blame him?
Magic.
And who
Like
can blame
I
him?
want my opponent to have to beat me fair and square.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't think that matters. I think we're probably already way ahead.
Yeah,
We
my
just
problem
pitch the
is they
Saga for
didn't play
Cradle.
any soul land. Hey, Robert, if either of these would have been a soul land, we would be dead right now, right? Do you like pitching? No,
Saga.
yeah. Uh,
And we draw a fetch land, then it's lethal. If we don't, it's still a lot.
one more turn. We'll have to clutch. Okay. Yay.
See, imagine if that was another creature, right?
Or I was saying you, right? Or okay, I get where this team is going, right? How to make Inigo
I
play?
might have to go down to 0 Beseju after
No,
seeing
no,
this.
no. Come on.
I might have to go down to 0 Beseju,
Jose, what
Inigo.
is that unplayable card?
I
All right.
actually love Beseju. It's just I don't think it's good right now. It's the only thing. The
No,
top 2 decks ignore it completely.
yeah. Do you agree?
I think you, man, even Saga was.
Yeah, we could. But what do
I
you bring
kind of
in?
want to cut it, but it actually was good there, right? As another land.
What you could there for it? I mean,
I think we can keep it as another land. We'll see how it goes. It's not great, obviously, but
good. Um, uh, do you allow me to change one artisan for one endurance?
why do you want endurance?
Yeah, just because sometimes they clock me out with a flyer, and having one way to deal with it.
Mm, no, I don't like that at all. I think you just rely on grist or drawing your removal for
I mean,
the
yeah, for what
flyers.
we play 6 now for what it's worth. 7
You're
with
right.
grist.
Also, like their flyers a lot of times don't hit for that much. Like most of them are 2 damage, right? Archon or Mind Sensor.
Yeah.
Like Spellbinder, I think is mostly like obsolete now. I haven't seen that in a while.
Oh, I think it's the opposite. I think they are. I think Spellbinder is getting more popular
More play?
than Peacekeeper. Yeah, definitely,
Huh.
because it's better against Delver.
It's so much worse against everything else, though.
Agreed. But the deck they are contending against is, well, I kept this, but maybe it was not a keep.
It's fine. You,
I think we buy you
I think we fetch
snuff.
into once and then see.
fetch into once.
Fetch into Bayou and then once and then see what we
Yeah,
get.
because
And then
of the
probably
land.
snuff
Yeah,
out the ballista and ramp.
because we already have a lot of land.
Claimer. Sure.
What? The top of our library was stacked, man.
It's okay, we're gonna shuffle it anyways.
Are we?
Yeah, we're with a green sun. We're gonna snuff into green sun right now.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking on Reclaimer, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, guys. I was like tunnel visioning into Reclaimer, play Reclaimer. So you get 1 point of damage. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah, I think it's worth the 1 point of damage and just like and use the snuff out to ramp here.
Yeah. This is the thing I don't like about the initiative match games. Is that usually there's not much actual playing involved. If you draw
No,
if
it's like very mindless.
if you draw your removals, you stay in the game for a few turns. If you don't, you don't. That's about it. Cleric. Okay, so cleric means you have the 3-drop. Which we can kill right away if you want to do such a thing. 1, 2, 3. But probably you don't, right? We can grist kill it, but
We're still short mana for Gris. For the green sun, Gris. I'd probably just play Reclaimer, Green Sun for Visionary, and then pass.
Green Sun for Visionary. Nothing else we can get? No. That's quite good, actually.
Right?
Why would this out of the question, right?
To do what?
Protect the Reclaimer.
No, I don't think we care. We just want to draw cards.
Man,
right?
if
Like,
we only had
especially
Tyrion
now that we have
Ranger,
double
put 4
cradle.
creatures into play right now. Yeah, sometimes you miss the one-off. That is true.
I mean, we're not tutoring for it here, though, right?
No, but
hey, Jack, how's it going?
Jack just mentioning that, having the random. But yeah, I think it plays. I think we might actually need to test it because it plays quite good. The untap effects are, quite good on this.
I feel like we just want to hit land drops naturally instead of relying on.
Yeah, that's the other thing, right? We have put so much effort into hitting land drops naturally that bouncing lands to our hand doesn't feel what you want to be doing.
Also, it's like worse against Delver too, right? If you're not hitting land drops, like you don't want to be relying. On
yeah, but Kyrian is quite good against Delver, I would say. Like like on the matchup.
It's most likely going to be Gris. Actually, we have lethal too.
I think we just lethal. We just kill him next turn, right? So we're gonna.
That's the thing.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I just say we wanna legend rule our cradle, kill the arbor, so the Reclaimer would grow. So even if they play a small creature now, we can pass through. Well, never mind, because this one untaps. Okay, that's a problem. I guess no. Okay, maybe it's not so easy. Oh man.
Ooh, that's a lot of rule.
Yep. Rodrigo told me that he's thinking about playing Path to Exile as Plow 5 and 6.
That's what Jax was saying too.
Great mind thinks alike, I guess. So we can play. No, we cannot play.
So we have 3 mana. I think the line is just to get another visionary.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like
With Arbor,
because
right?
we're
Just to
playing
be
towards the
said.
hoof, right? That's the whole point.
Yeah, like you want to sand back the double cradle activation until you can hardcast the hoof, right?
Yeah. We could just also get
I was thinking
a
a
dwarf
Wirewood
here.
because Wirewood is conserves our life total.
Actually, I kind of like a dork here because let me see. We have 3 creatures. We can just hoof them next turn. Actually, we can hoof
Um,
them next turn regardless. So yeah, let's just get a visionary.
so X is 2, adjust, no. Done. So I like the Visio because it gives us a chance to get Snaf potentially steal the initiative. But I liked also Wirewood because you can block bounce,
I
right?
don't think we want to block bounce. Like we're
Yeah,
under
I know, because you want to, and especially a 2-drop because it sets us back. Well, it's a 3-drop now with a Rebel on board, but yeah. So the problem now is we are dead to another initiative creature, or no, we're not. Wait, we could be. Hi, hello.
I would just take 5 and go to 1.
The problem is this is not lethal, right?
It is.
No, it's not. Well, it is. It's X-axis.
Well, they have the block, right? Otherwise,
Yeah, but they are at 19, virtual 19, right?
I think you force the block and then steal the initiative, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to do here. We just
Right.
can. Not much math to do whatsoever, but o sea, más 4, 5. This is 19. Yeah, maybe I don't know if they have. So they need a solitude or a something. It's X-axis.
Trinisphere is the reason why not to play.
They can cast it, anyways.
I mean, I don't think we have a choice here, to be
No.
honest.
There's no choice from us. But yeah, 3-ball, right? It's not common on the matchup. Math is a problem? No. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know about the if this was solitude. Well, I guess our board state would have been completely different, right? If with no transfer. But yeah, it's nice to be the initiative. What turn was that for my data? Turn 4, hardcast Quatahoof. Right. So again, not really relevant. We didn't take any very, I don't know,
Yeah,
important
the games kind
decision.
of just play out themselves, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably
In
the
this
the,
situation.
the biggest decision there was what to get on the turn we could green sun for 2. Yeah, they could hardcast it. Are there news for Mola
Well,
coming to MTGO? Yeah, I posted on the Elves Discord. They said it was coming, and I think on the first queue of 2023. Second white source. No, they did not. Mers Savage. Okay, so this is I don't know this nickname. But we're on the play. This, I don't know. Reanimator avatar? Hmm. No true one play is dicey. Double ones is meh. And Bojuka Bog is meh meh. What do you think?
I would probably mold this hand. This is like a mold of 5 already.
Yeah. Agree. Oh. I think we keep bottom arbor.
No, I would mold this hand.
Really?
Yeah, you don't have a turn 1 play. Like your hand is
Dryad
so
arbor. Oh my god. No. Okay. I just got Newton into losing.
See, this is
Yeah.
unfortunately this is what happens sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll go to 4 then.
Yeah. The first hand was not a mole. Meh. Maybe. Okay. Decisions.
I'd probably, given that we're down on cards, I'd probably just put the 2 artisans back.
Really?
Yeah, because we don't have any mana right now, right?
So 1 land, 2 artisans? Or you want to keep 2 lands and Visio? It's...
Oh, we have to put 3 back, right?
Yeah, we are down to 4.
I would probably just put those 3 on the left back.
Okay. Not trying to to make you take any decisions for me by putting them on the side. All right. Probably prefetch.
Yeah. No. You know what's on the bottom, so there's no need to fetch.
True.
You want to once first. You want to hit a dork here, I think.
Keep an artisan. That is interesting. Let me see what Jack says. What? Really? I think Visio is a keep when you are down in cards. Definitely.
So you take the dork here and you ramp.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what Jack's keep would look like. Safety Forest? Yeah, I think so. Right?
Yeah, you probably have to. The whole point is making mana, Jack.
I think the whole point is having cards to play. Because right now we are pretty scarce. Okay. Oh, Chalice. Please be Chalice. Nice. We bought ourselves 1 turn. Nice. Oh.
That's actually...
I think Visio? See what happens.
No, I think here, in case they're on 8 cast, you probably just play this artisan.
In case they're on 8 cast. Oh, so you can turbo out the Oof?
Right, if they are on 8 cast.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fair. I wanted that draw. I wanted an extra draw out of the Visio to give ourselves a chance to draw Cradle. Yeah, I would do
There's no mana, Jack.
Oh god. Okay, so this is the initiative, right? Right. So what other deck plays City Tomb? Yeah, it is. It's close to 40%, I would say. That's not nothing. So okay, argument here to get the Bayou, just in case we top deck the Snuff.
Snuff out, yeah. I would get the Bayou too.
I miss the NT. That's okay. That's not bad.
The chalice on 2 is pretty
I mean,
annoying.
the thing is, they don't have white sauce and they pitch the Myriad Skull. Hmm.
Yeah, I think you have to you have to attack and pass, right?
Yeah. Oh God, good you said it. I didn't see the chalice in 2. I had only intended to play the Visio.
Alright, so now they have the mana.
Yep. Yeah, I'll probably lose in this one. Uh yeah. Looks like it. I want to take a look back again on the first hand and reevaluate it when we finish. By the way, were we on the play or on the draw? We were on the play too. Damn it. Snaf? Oh my god. Yeah, I think we can concede. Give it one more draw. Yeah, it's bad because usually you only get chalice for one, and having your cards spread on between 1 and 2 CMC, it's quite good for you. But right now,
This would be the reason potentially for 4 shepherds, right? So you don't accidentally lose game 1 to chalice,
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
less likely to lose game 1.
I mean, you have to think there's also week all access week, so don't take it for what it's worth. Not everybody has a rental service. Not everybody has all the initiative cards, even if they are cheaper now. Oh my god. Yeah, let's go next game. 2
I think we
turns.
were.
No,
I don't think we were dead yet, for what it's worth.
90%.
Like I won the other day with a 5-0, and in the last match they actually complete the dungeon. So like I think it depends. Like I think you conceded kind of prematurely, I think, there.
With one creature, and then having the initiative. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you draw, like, for instance, a Green Sun or a um Shepherd, then you're like back in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't think we were under that much pressure.
maybe. This was a sideboarding, right? Yeah.
I guess the question, Jack, is how often is Altasaur gonna get there that Progenitus is not?
Well, I will answer
Be
that for you, and quite often, because it's because protection from creatures. So Progenitus is so easily outraised by Dungeoneer. That's the problem. I am actually almost. I almost want to keep this one. Oh, never mind.
No land hand?
No. Sorry. I was thinking this was one land. No. Yeah. So this is the problem, right? This is the problem with the initiative. If you keep this, so this is a functional elf hand, but on this matchup, this is nothing. This is thinner, right? So do we go to 5? I think we have to.
I don't like just bowling aggressively just for removal.
Can you say that again?
Just mulligan just because we don't have removal, but again, there's 2 Wirewood that's kind of bad too, though.
You think this one is good, Jack? How would you play it out? Would you ram turn 1? Remember, we are on a multi 6. So I assume this would be bottoming. You wouldn't, right? So your goal here is casting Crimson for Grist?
No, I think here you have to play Reclaimer 1. on one.
Yeah.
If you
So
keep the hand.
I'm asking. Mull. Okay, so he says he would mull it. Yeah, okay, that's good. Sorry, I'm confused. Are you saying you would mull it or you would keep it? If I was playing alone, I would mull you on this one. Yeah. Now that I know what I'm playing against initiative. What's your take, Newton?
If it were me, I would probably mull because the two Warwoods are not good. But if you don't mull, you have to lead on Reclaimer on one, in my opinion.
Okay. We are okay at bottoming forest here.
Yeah, probably. I think we want to, make Reclaimer big. We can try it.
Yeah, we definitely trying.
Fetch Bayou into Reclaimer.
Jack, when are we having you on stream sometime, man? I think you definitely had a lot to add to the elf conversations. If you ever want to, you can have me now. If you want, we can stream after New Year's together. Because I'm gonna wrap up the stream after this game. I guess fetch forest and get the cradle going, right?
Yeah, I would. This is also match 5. Well, actually, it's kind of late over there in Spain, but
It's not that late. But the problem is, I don't want to have him for just a few minutes. So, and especially since he has usually lines. I mean, no one else in chat proposed those lines, and I'm willing to listen to people who have different proposals.
Yeah, I think it would make for a good stream.
Yeah. My God. You can send your memes on chat on live on the stream, Robert, whenever we stream together. All right. Come on, Snuff. Is it well to consider Tabby in Reclaimer Elves for this matchup?
I think so.
I don't know. Feels like playing Talia and taxing ourselves. We can play around it, but it's not what we want to be doing, right? Okay. So I think we just get Arbor, tap the Cradle, get Shepherd, play Januar? Is that right? I mean, we attack first, right?
So the big thing is like, do you want to play around Solitude here? Because I feel like they probably have it. So you want to?
Yeah, I want to make the Cradle mana first, right?
Yeah, I think you want to do that. To be honest, because I feel like they probably have the Solitude.
Do you think they will respond to my fetch?
Well,
so my question is: do you think I have the wheel to like fetch Arbor, tap Cradle?
No. I think what you want to do is you want to fetch for a Bayou, Green Sun for 1, and then play out your other 2 with the Cradle mana.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I would also make the play that is suggested. You play out your things first because it feels like they have Solitude. Right? Otherwise, it doesn't make sense for them to play out the white plume. That way, if they solitude that way if they solitude the shepherd with the wirewood or the landlord on the stack, then you get a free attack, right?
Right.
Wirewood first.
Wildwood first. Yeah.
Yeah, just to see.
Check the waters.
And
Nice.
probably landlord now. Or
Okay.
ramp.
I'm not hating our position right now.
And if they don't have solitude, it doesn't matter.
Wow. So they need to have they need to have now another initiative creature, right?
And they lost their city too. Or just
Yeah, that's right. Because I mean, I block bounce with Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
No, what the hell? We just bounce Shepherd and trade, right? I mean, trade. They're losing the creature.
Uh, yeah, you can do that. I feel like your opponent's not playing the best. It almost feels like we just throw this game out, right? Our opponent's not playing very well.
Yeah, it's weird. I think they just realized. Okay, so we have another chance to draw a hand with 3 snuff outs. Okay. What I think it happened is this guy is not used to reclaimer play patterns, and he was not expecting to have a 3/4 by turn 2 on defense, right?
Yeah,
I think
that's possible.
I think that's what happened there. And this is well, if I could send the progeny. Okay, so let me ask you this: if you could set the progenitors back, would you keep this?
Probably. If this was a 6, yeah. This is ironically better as a 6 than it is as 7.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
So I actually think also the fact that they kept in Chalice tells me that the pilot is probably not as
Yeah,
experienced.
the pilot.
Keep in
Yeah,
Chalice.
they don't have. They are not. How to say?
Not to mention the mistakes, right?
They don't know what their role is in the matchup, what they should aim for, right? Because if you know, I think they should try to control the board as much as possible. I'm bringing in all the plows.
They probably brought in plows, but they probably didn't remove Chalice, is my guess. Yeah, I would also agree with that. Probably
Really?
put back the oof. Yeah,
I always want to send back
you just want 1-drops, right? In this matchup, you just want to flood the board.
Yeah, it's possible. Okay, I will do that, but oh, I don't know. I think it has it can potentially close a number of hands, right? Okay, that is, Ballista is pretty damn good at drawing the first snuff. And punished. Exactly, right? Okay, no problem, no problem. We'll navigate through it. All right. So we can once first. Well, I think we can prefetch because we already have 3 lands. So you can prefetch by you
No.
once.
You know what's on the bottom. You know what's on the bottom.
What?
So it depends it depends what you're trying to do. If you want to draw the oof, then you fetch. But then I think we just want to ramp. So I would probably just not fetch once upon a time and to snuff out into ramp.
Okay, so Bayou Snuff. No, Bayou one Snuff Greensun.
No. Once first.
Yeah, I mean, no fetch before the ones. Doesn't matter, right? Are you taking a land of the ones?
The thing is, okay, it depends what you want to do because I personally don't think we to me this matchup is all about racing, and I don't really want to get that oof. So that's why I would once and not see the oof because you know that's the bottom card, and then ideally draw like a dork or something, and then snuff out the walking ballista into ramp. But that's what I would do. Because the problem is that they play another soul land, the ballista now can is card advantage.
No. Ballista doesn't pass this turn. That's a given.
Right. So if that's the case, then you want to once now because you don't want to draw the collective, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
Because you know it's the bottom
that reasoning checks. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you are, oh my god, double punish this game.
No, so we take that and then
Yikes.
No.
What?
Okay. So the since we drew a land there, I would then leave with Reclaimer now.
I don't get why.
Because we're flooded now, right?
Yeah, but Reclaimer
so we
doesn't...
would leave with Reclaimer, and if they want to spend 2 mana to double kill our Reclaimer, then we allow it.
We were punished twice this game. One for not for bottoming the oof, and another for not shuffling. But yeah, so I think okay. So what would you do now? Reclaimer or ramp?
I would
now. It's
originally the plan was find a 1-drop off the Once Upon a Time, kill the ballista with a snuff out. But then because we missed, then you play the Reclaimer without playing the snuff out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but after playing the snuff, hey David.
After playing the snuff out, you still have to play the Reclaimer now because we're flooded. Is the problem?
So here I want to give a shout out to Demus78, who is a friend of mine, and TO for Impact Returns happening this next summer in Spain. So yeah, if you have a chance to travel, definitely check that out. If you're going to Ram, that snuff wasn't good. Yeah, ya se oí Chen. A ver, sorry for Spanish. La verdad que ha sido un snuff out y una decisión de bottom malísimas, que se han alineado muy mal con lo que él ha robado. Porque hemos devuelto un UF, a jugar una balista, y hemos jugado un snuff y no nos hemos visto nada del once. Así que bueno. Also, not leading with fetch to grow the reclaimer. Everything's going. We're even worse pilots than our opponent here. Yikes. So I guess the plan now, we still have to, we have to...
The plan now is just to grow Reclaimer and get a Cradle.
Yeah, so Forest... Fetch Forest pass, right? Do nothing.
Yeah, fetch Bayou and then pass.
Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go just the forest because we're gonna rotate it anyway. So. I guess you take the Bayou because the initiative takes the other forest out, so you think that even further, right? Yeah, that's
Got the other forest already, right?
Yeah, you're right.
No, sure. I think we already lost the game. Unfortunately, this kind of matchup is really snowbally, and we needed to hold the snuff out there because we whiffed on the Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, but everything went so bad, right? We just bottomed the oof. They happened to have the exact perfect counter play. Then the snuff was, well, I sequenced that, but I don't know. I think I gave it too much thought, and I was reading the chat for 5 minutes, and then I just took the wrong decision.
I think we just allow this, right? We're not gonna block.
No. I mean, if the hand is air and we somehow get to agree, but they're gonna clock us. They're just going to clock us. So we get the cradle here, right?
Yeah.
And they're gonna even. Oh my god. Yeah, it's probably GG. Oh my god. Yeah, you
At least
can't.
we got that. Something else.
Yeah. Honestly, you're right. At least we
It could be worse.
could be worse. Exactly. Could be a miss. Sure. So should I try to fetch again?
No, I will. It's a 5/5 right now. I think it's probably already over, to be honest.
Yeah. I hate to lose against this. I don't think they play. I mean, we played worst, obviously, but I don't think we. I don't think we played optimally there. Okay, let me check the hand that Jack was debating. Was it game 3?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, let's see. So I really enjoy this. Even if the league was 2-3, I think where we are talking through the lines and deciding, I think we learn a lot. No, this was game 3. Game 1 we got. How was game 1? I don't remember how the game 1 ended. So we lost game 1, won game 2 of the fetch. Bit down with the reclaimer 3/4, and then game 3 we lost. Okay, so this was definitely not a keep.
I think Jack is right. I think it might have been game 2. Right, we kept that hand.
True. But game 2 we ended up winning, right? Yeah. Game 2 we won off the reclaimer block.
So maybe it was game 1.
It was game 1, yeah, it is. Okay, let's see game 1. Okay. The thing is you don't know this is initiative, and this is a mule on the blind, right? This feels good to you. So you'd once, I imagine you would once ramp.
So my issue with this hand is, let's just say once hits a land, right? Then you're gonna go turn 1 green sun. If they remove it, you go turn 2 artisan, and essentially you have like blanks in your hand. Like, assuming we're in the dark, right? We don't know if they have any removal spell. The hand, you have another once upon a time that is like pretty slow, and then the bog that is only relevant if they're on Delver, and then the natural order that would be if they're on Delver is dead essentially, right?
Yeah.
That's why I would move.
No, definitely
It feels like a move to like 5.5.
to 5 already. Yeah, maybe 6.5. No, 5.5. Yeah. So the second ones and the bog, probably bog counts as half, right?
I think the second ones I would count as the well, either way, right?
Yeah.
The
So the ones and the bog make up for the minus 1.5. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, very nice discussions today. I very much enjoyed. We punted against. Well, TG was we couldn't do anything. We punted against the 4-color control with the turn 1 Thoughtseize. And then I think this game 3 against Initiative we could have won it if we played better. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. So thank you, Newton, and thank you everybody who came by. Anything you wanna add or you wanna wrap up the stream with, Newton?
No, I don't think so. I think going forward though, maybe the Shadow Spear spot. Obviously, we just played for fun today, but we didn't play against any Delver. I think I like something else in that spot. And hey
What? Yeah,
Rodrigo, how's it going?
we can think about it a little bit. Hey, Rodrigo, ¿qué tal, tío?
But oh, I was gonna say since Rodrigo's here, I know he thinks not running four Shepherd is crazy, but maybe we'll try it, right? And go down.
Yeah. So how would that list look like? We can theorycraft a little bit to wrap it
We
up.
can cut the shadows, but I think it's bad.
Yeah. So we cut the Shadow Spear. We add the fourth Shep, which it was, for what it's worth, it was relevant on the initiative matchup to, like, usually, for example, on the 8 cast matchup, you usually have that extra turn to be able to
Mhm.
Greensun or Artisan the Shepherd out. But the initiative matchup, it's so fast. You just can, if you put one turn into looking for the Shepherd, you are probably losing.
Mhm. I think it's between Soul Guide Lantern or the third Snuff Out or the first Endurance, in my opinion.
Mm. Where were you playing Shadow
Uh,
Spear? It was a second Saga target. Sorry,
just for
third Saga
fun, to be
target
honest.
for fun today. That was our flex slot.
I
So
don't actually believe it's good.
yeah.
Well, it's good against Delver, but that's probably about it.
Do you think Apex is worth testing? What is it? What's the CMC on that thing, by the way?
I don't. I feel like it's 10, but I could be wrong. If
I
you
don't have
have it,
it.
you can just look it up.
Wow, I don't have it. No. You can just search for any card, even if you don't own it. You just switch the filters to 0, the quantity, and you can drag it even if you don't own it.
The problem, I my reluctance with that card is it feels kind of bad though because if they have removal, either swords or solitude,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what happened against.
you just don't get any value, right?
That's what happened against Dawson Creep the other day. So I artisaned out a Plague Engineer on Elf,
Uh huh.
and then he played the Altisar, but I happened to have a Snuff out. So before the first fight happened, I snuffed out the Altisar, so he didn't have any of the fight effects going on.
So I guess it depends on your experience, right? Like if you feel like it can stabilize the board, then maybe it's worth it. My experience is usually when I get into that situation, I try to go for the progenitors or the lethal, right? Depending if I'm too far behind.
Yeah, the problem is, do you remember the screenshot I sent you a few weeks ago regarding that I got a turn 2 or turn 3 progenitors raised against initiative? I asked you.
I think so. I think I did
Yeah,
see
so
that. So like,
I sent the same screenshot to Rodrigo, and we were actually discussing how. So he showed me how a double dungeoneer draw just wins the game against a two or turn 3 progenitus, just because they are unblockable all the time.
hmm,
So maybe that's an argument for Jack's view that
right.
that you are stabilizing on a different way, not because you. So we have Progenitus, maybe you disincentivize their attacks because your creature is unkillable, and you're gonna put through 10 damage per turn. But if Altisar cleans the board, that's maybe worth it. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it can be good, right, on certain board states, and if so my situations so for me personally, what I've been doing is if I fall behind and I know Progenitus is not going to get there, I just try to set up a board where I buy as many turns as I can. Like if I have to stabilize at one, then so be it, and I just go for the lethal. But yes, it's a Hail Mary if you. The problem is again, I wonder how many matchups you can actually bring it in against. It seems like it's probably good in the mirror too, but I don't think we need help there.
No.
So if it's just for
We
initiative,
can
I'm
we can we
not.
can maybe put it through the sideboard optimizer.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can actually use the spreadsheet that for those who don't know what I'm talking about, like we have a
Yeah.
spreadsheet with like you can just use. There's a template. It's
Wanna
on
do it
my
on?
Patreon. But
Do you wanna do it now? We can do it live and show on the stream.
sure.
All right. Let me just grab it. So it was optimizer v2. I will give access to myself. Hmm. Okay, so this is the spreadsheet we're talking about. Um, okay, I will hide the chat for a minute so I can make this a little bigger and you guys can actually see what's going on. Okay, so first, what category do we put it on? On removal, probably, or no targets here next to prog. Yeah, I think next to prog is the best. Okay, so all these are. So we just drag this. Now we map this and see what happens. Okay, so boom, I need to make this a little smaller. Okay, so against Isa Delver, it's probably nothing. White initiative. Patient disruption, situational. I think it's 0.5 at most, right? Would you agree?
Yeah.
Moon Stompy, actually quite good. Can be quite good against Moon Stompy. I would give it the same rating against Moon Stompy.
Probably better than Prague against Moonstop. Although it could be bounced. That's the big
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, but it can be bounced, but yeah, it can be bounced. True. So do 8 cast, 8 cast. Yeah, against 8 cast, I think it's quite good. But the problem against 8 cast is since they usually have such big construct, it will usually get to 10. Add up to 10 damage pretty fast, right? That's my problem. But yeah, 8 cast definitely 0.25. If anything. Foregone control, nothing. Leeway depths, nothing. Blue Zenith,
I don't
nothing.
have it at 0.75 against Moonstop because they do have Dead Gone. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, but I would say they would rather keep Chalice than Dead Gone. But yeah, that's on them. Yeah, okay, I will agree. But yeah, 4 color see nothing. Doomsday lands. Painter. Actually, pretty good against Painter, right?
It's probably, well, it depends, right? Like the current painter plan is not really to combo us out, but more so to like beat us with Fury. I'm not. I guess it's like probably equivalent to Progenitors,
Okay,
right? Because they're not gonna keep in Red Blast against
sure,
us.
sure. That Shadow. We're boarding it out. This guy control nothing. Taxes, pretty good. I would say same rating as Progenitus.
I mean, Jack does bring up a good point about Moonstop. They would have to hold up 3 mana,
Okay,
which
so
is unlikely.
do we agree to upgrade it?
Sure.
All right. Aluren. Yeah, I would copy it. I would copy the Progenitus.
I'm not sure I would give it 0.5 against Death and Taxes.
No.
And the reason being is because of Solitude, right?
Uh. Yeah.
Like,
No, you're right. No, you're right. No, actually, I would not. I wouldn't even board it in.
yeah, I think Progenitor is just better.
No. You're right. You're right.
It's probably good against Elves, I would say. Like,
Sure.
it's Snuff Out or Bust, and probably the Elf player is using the Snuff Out early.
So let's say 0.5, 0.75.
Yeah, you can do that. Like 0.5, yeah. Because again, it's how often is it going to be lethal or not lethal is the other thing, right?
Gracias por la sub, John. Qué ricasco. A friend of mine just.
What it does do is probably speed up your clock, right? Because you don't need a lethal natural order now. So I can see it's like reasonable against elves.
Sure. So Goblins is also another all-star, yes.
Yeah, it's probably good against
It's
goblins.
probably even better than Progenitus against goblins. And Maverick
Probably,
also.
yeah.
Probably better. Well, Maverick does run swords. So maybe it's
Yeah,
the
I don't know if I like it against
yeah,
white
if the
decks.
deck yeah, exactly. If the deck contain white,
Especially if they have Solitude.
yeah.
But
Yeah, okay. So we'll probably we still are we will still prefer Progenitus against Maverick. So okay, let's see how that looks. Let me okay. Let me collapse this view. So we can feed everything. It's 48, 21 points. It's not doesn't look that bad, honestly. So it's 50% on the top 5. This should be updated, by the way. The meta decks. We can work on this for your next Patreon release. But
it's just a guess at the moment.
Yeah, but you know, comparing it to Progenitors, so it has a slightly better. Progenitus in the 5 against Initiative, I would probably agree with that. After 1 month of play Initiative, I would probably agree. The number of games Progenitus have won me against Initiative are not that many. Because the clock. Probably Artisaur
it doesn't line up well against their really fast hands.
No, yeah. Probably Artisaur is a better call. No, I guess the numbers it could lead up to testing, I think. I mean, at least give it one league on your next stream.
You can try it.
Yeah. Or I mean, I will try, so that's a given. Okay. So yeah, that's a nice way to finish. So if you guys are interested on this kind of content, also everything, this kind of maps updated with the current meta game and the rating. So this is now a little bit old, but all of these tools are posted on the Reclaimer Discord and Patreon. So if you're interested, there's Newton's Discord. I've pasted his socials before. I will just repaste them. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I had a wonderful time. I always enjoy when you're here. So yeah, if you want to add something or give some shoutouts.
Yeah, I think always a pleasure to do this stream with Inigo. I know we haven't had a chance until today, but I'm glad we were able to just discuss some theory crafting and deck building. Also, nice to have Jack and Matt's and a few other people here in the stream, the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Rodrigo, obviously. I'm going back. Def Not Oz. What's it called? Carl.
Yeah, Carl. Carl, I think Carl usually watches your streams too, but he's just, he's just a quiet guy. He's usually, lurking around and just. But yeah. So when are you streaming next, Nidon?
That's a good question. I would guess maybe next week.
All right. So probably next week you can guys tune in onto his stream. I will probably stream before next week, so you will probably see me first. But yeah, definitely check out Newton's next streams. So thank you guys, and see you next time.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you.